Ever pondered over the question, if political parties are different sides of the same coin, why do our societal issues persist? Picture a bird with two wings. Each wing symbolizes a different political party. Though the wings may flutter differently, they belong to the same bird, suggesting a unity of interests and goals. Now consider this. Our choices in these parties are pre-selected, much like a menu at a restaurant. We're given the illusion of choice, but the options have already been curated for us. Despite the lofty promises made by these parties, our world remains largely unchanged. We grapple with financial strain, food insecurity, housing issues, and more. The bird keeps flying, but our problems remain grounded. Through the tumultuous winds of politics, the bird continues on its predetermined path. The question then arises, if the bird is flying in the same direction, does it matter which wing flaps harder? Isn't it curious how the political stage often feels more like a theater, with politicians donning masks of promise and hope? They take the spotlight, delivering eloquent speeches filled with grand visions of a better tomorrow. Yet, they are merely actors in a play, a political theater, where every line, every gesture is carefully scripted to win your applause. But when the show is over, the reality remains. Despite decades of political leadership, the world's issues persist. Financial strain, housing insecurity, and food scarcity are still experienced by many. The promises of prosperity and progress seem to fade into the background, lost in the echo of the applause. We must ask ourselves, is this show truly for our benefit? Or is it merely a distraction, a performance to keep us entertained while the world around us remains unchanged? So, when the curtain falls and the applause fades, do we still believe in the show? Have you ever thought of politics as a game of Monopoly, where the aim is not necessarily for the betterment of society, but personal gain? If you think about it, it's almost as if our politicians are the players, the world their board game, and we are the pieces being moved around. They roll the dice, make their moves, build their hotels of power and influence, and collect their rent in votes and support. But unlike the game of Monopoly, in this game, it's not just about acquiring the most assets or bankrupting the other players. It's about real lives, real issues, real people. It's about the food we eat, the homes we live in, the schools our children attend. It's about our hopes, our dreams, our futures. We need politicians who play the game with the intention of bettering society, not just their own standings. In this game of Monopoly, who truly wins when the game ends? Love always, crazy filter lady.